Please join me now in welcoming to the podium Arthur Barnard, who sadly lost his son in the shootings in Lewiston in October. Thank you, Arthur.
Good morning, everybody. I've spent the last 2 months being educated. I'm not a gun owner. Okay, I'm trying.
I think I'm going to hold it for you, if that's all right.
I can get closer.
If you want to.
First of all, I said good morning. I've spent the last 2 months getting educated. I'm not a gun owner. I understand both sides. I understand that, people's rights in the Second Amendment and the right to own and bear arms. I mean, do I think people should own assault rifles? Not really. But here we are, we have millions of them. So it's not all about taking guns. It really isn't. I think what's happened here is we as a nation have gotten careless in how we've written our laws. We have our red flag laws, we have our yellow flag laws, and things like this. I think we should have that red flag law. But the honest truth is, there is nothing supporting that law to make it, in reality, enforceable. The truth of the matter is, you hear all this conversation about who should have taken his guns. It's like a blame game, the Army, the Sheriff's Department. Okay? When the reality of the matter is, one of them could have gone down and taken his guns, but 5 minutes later he could have gotten in his car and gone down to Dunkin' Donuts or 7-Eleven or any of these places and bought one privately. And no one needed to know, assault weapon or not. He could have flashed that armed services ID. No one would have ever questioned him. Or not even that. Anybody could have done this. And he could have gone and done the same thing. We've gotten careless, and we've left loopholes that allow these kind of things. How could we ever protect our children in these schools if we have loopholes like that? We can't. It's impossible. I've read a lot about, these articles from these senators, these legislations that they've wanted to pass. Excuse me, my hands are shaking. How they want to get to the root of the problem. But so many of these things are too superficial to really do any good. All right? This is not about taking guns, okay? This is about doing the right thing and finding the right politicians who are willing to do the right thing more than they're afraid of losing their jobs. I said the day after this happened. I knew when it happened. I was there with him that night. He was supposed to leave with me. He wanted to go someplace else. I offered to go there because that's where his friends came. He was supposed to leave with me because we left his car home. He says, "Dad, I just want to play a couple more games with my friend." I hadn't driven a mile when I got the call. They didn't have a chance. We have to stop being careless as a nation. not a Democratic thing, not a Republican thing. Common sense for all of us. So I'm not going to carry on too long. But I know that I will probably spend the rest of my life trying to get the right people, trying to find the right people who are going to do the right thing. I've spoken to probably 75 of my friends. They're all NRA people. They're all gun owners. And when I explained to them the reasons and these loopholes that I found out they shouldn't be there, they said, yeah, we could get behind that. So I want to talk to both sides. I just think it's sad because people haven't addressed some of these most basic things that would support and make these things actually enforceable. So I'm not going to carry on too much longer now. I just wanted people to know that I understand both sides, okay? But we don't have to lose our children in these schools. We can save thousands of lives if we just try to do the right thing here. So with that, this year, I'm going to be trying to put together a speaking program to educate people on how these laws are really written and try to find out how many Americans, because I don't think these things should be decided by this small, minute minority we call our politicians. I think the people themselves need to let the politicians know that these things can happen. So I wish I brought a picture of my son. I didn't. So before I leave, I'm just going to turn around so everybody can see his picture on the back of my shirt and let you know that we can save lives. We just have to be willing to meet halfway. Thank you.